name's Peter, and I'm reading pages 24 to 26. His mood brightened a bit. He couldn't help but wonder how perfect the spring day would be if he hadn't just been humiliated at school. Eventually, the path ended at his home, a pile of broken and cracked crockery tossed in a heap and cascaded down a slope, transformed into a cozy maze of rooms. It was a far end of the hill, away from most of the hill activity, surrounded by birdsong and wildflowers. He turned the brass of the knob in front of the tent, something warm and wonderful being created on the stove. The air was suffused with delicious smells. He listened for sounds of Olive, his mother, and cocked his ears toward the kitchen. The kitchen was an inviting spot with everybody in its place. Utensils hung in the logical arrangements next to the oven. Pots hung according to size from a lead in the ceiling. There was a small wooden table, usually wrapped in a piece of colorful cloth, two stools, and one carved chair. The chair had belonged to Twig's father, Mullion. Olive kept it neatly polished. Adjacent to the kitchen was Olive's workroom, chisels and hammers and other supplies decorating the walls and shelves. She was a master stone carver. To the other side of the kitchen was Olive's sleeping room. One of the walls backed up to the oven wall, so the room was toasty and snug in winter. Olive had made the acorn pattern quilt that decorated the bed, just as Twig's mother room was the definition of neatness. Twig's room was that of chaos. If it was Milton's old workroom, and Milton had been a scavenger, piles of parts littered the floor, covered the shelves, and were screwed again across the bed and chairs. Coils of wire hung like strange birds, neat from ceiling hooks. They were gears, knobs, switches, electric motors, scraps of copper, nails and screws, nuts and bolts. Hooks and clamps, old jar lids, broke parts of clarinets and accordions, bits of candles, pencil stubs, and the remaining of telephones, electric mixers, doorbells, and clocks. And there were Twig's own collection, a stack of books filled with stories and pictures of mythological sea monsters and dragons. Twig would spend countless hours scurrying the hill until he found one, sometimes worn and torn or wet in milkweed. To the others who lived on the hill and valued only the manuals, the picture books were just a silly waste of time, but to Twig they were captivating and enchanting. He devoured them. He couldn't get enough. In the middle of the mayhem was Twig's bed, a plastic tub padded with milkweed down.